Welcome back. It is me, BrittReacts, and today we are reacting to another segment from SNL with Dave Chappelle this past weekend. This is Immigrant Dad Talk Show 2.
It's the Immigrant Dad Talk Show.
The dad sandals.
Antonio Gonzalez Hernandez Suarez.
Hello, and welcome to Immigrant Dad Talk Show. This is the show where we're talking about our children, the ones we love, and the sons as well. Today I am joined by my special guest, my black neighbor, Richard.
You don't have to say
Richard?
black, man.
I'm sorry. My Afro-American neighbor, Richard.
Just say black.
Okay.
Just say black.
Hey, Black Richard. How many sons do you have?
Well, I got 3 that grew up in my house, and one who's I know only by voice.
Okay.
I see this game. We're going heavy into the stereotypes. I love that when he's saying Richard, but it sounds like he's saying something else. Another R word, which I will not repeat here. That probably just pissed a lot of you off. And I don't care. This is funny. Joaquin, there is so much just stereotypical stuff. The dad sandals, please. The brown ones, and he's got socks on, please. The gold chain, the chest hair, the velour suit. I feel like Dave was like, I'm only doing this sketch if I can actually smoke a cigarette. Dave has a real one. I don't think the actor playing Joaquin does. Dave, we got to get you off these cigs, bud.
Who's I know only by voice.
Okay. That gives me more questions than answers. But let's start with our first segment. Things our sons like that they shouldn't like. My son loves TikTok. I tell him, let
TikTok.
me talk to you about something. Get a job, man. You are broke and you are ugly. You can do both. Richard, what your son like that he shouldn't
Richard.
White people. He just loves them. I tell him he needs some black friends. He says, nah, Dad, I want some dried chicken and some improv.
Oh my God. My son
Oh
loves to
my
go to
God.
Brooklyn and do improv with the white people. Which remind me, my son the other day, he said to me, he said, I want to be vegan. I say, vegan talk about this after you eat the chicken.
My son said he diagnosed himself with OCD. I said, oh, see these nuts?
Big balls. Okay, man. Hey, it's time to bring out my next guest. He's a father who lives
There's
in
more?
the neighborhood. Please welcome back to the show, Kevin.
He's a father that lives in the neighborhood. His accent is fantastic. I think if anyone knows anyone that is like a first generation American, they will tell you like their parents are very traditional, very regimented, very strict. They don't play that. They don't want to hear none of that new kid stuff. I don't know about vegan. If you want to be vegan, go outside and cut your own grass. Like literally cut it and put it on a plate, because I'm not cooking vegan. They don't know nothing about these tiki-takis, and you want to be an influencer, you better be a doctor, a dentist, or a lawyer. That's it. I have so many friends who are like first generation Americans, and I'm like super close to their families, their friends, their parents, and this is literally like the conversation, or like they try maybe to be a little understanding, but then they like hit you with a little jab. It's funny. All right, so enters what seems to be very cut, clean, white American man. Let's see what happens.
Hola, Kevin. Hola.
Good.
Hola, senor, and greetings, Black King.
White guy always know what not to say.
What not to say.
Kevin, tell us, what do you do for work?
Well, I am a guidance counselor at a school for children with learning disabilities.
Oh, that's funny because my son have a disability. Disability to pissing me off.
These are so good. These are so good.
Now it's time for our next segment. What would you do? I tell you something and you tell me what would you do?
What would you do?
Your son get mad and slam the door. What would you do, Kevin?
talk to him?
Well, I like to approach any issue with what I call the 3 C's: communication, compassion, and care.
Oh, you forgot the 4th C. Pooh C.
Who wrote this? It's so good.
He said you a vagina.
You a vagina.
Hey, Richard, same question for you. What would you do if your son slammed in the door?
Well, I would be amazed, because my son don't have a door. I took it off the hinges because he got addicted to pornography. If I put a black light on his room, it would look like a crime scene from a CSI episode.
CSI, I like Law and Order. You know Law and Order?
Yeah.
Choo-chung. Hey, man.
Who is
I
this
do
guy?
if
I've
my
never
son
seen
slammed in the
him.
door?
What's that?
I shoot him with a gun.
Jesus.
He need to show respect because my balls used to be his house.
Y'all, people have parents that talk like this. Look at Kevin's face. He's disgusted. He is so disgusted. Literally and figuratively.
Well, I'll have
Great.
you know my son does respect me because I respect him. Isn't that right, Connor? Come on,
Connor.
everybody. Come on.
Hey, Dad. Hey. I'm so lucky to be your son.
Hey, you're not just my son.
You're my
You're my
friend.
best friend. Now let's do our secret handshake. Boom, 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 boom.
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. My 9-year-old still comes in for a kiss on the lips sometimes, and I'm like, there's just like a certain age where it's like, I don't know. Y'all got your own set of germs. I got my own set of germs. But she is still very much a sweet, loving child. And I know one day she'll be repulsed by the sight of me, just hearing me come down the hallway. So I'll take it. But I just was not expecting that. Another thing is, listen, very recently, and I told like some of my friends this, my daughter called me her best friend. She was like, right, bestie? And if you know, you know, especially these new kids. Like, I was like, you think I'm your bestie, but we ain't best friends, girl. I love that you think we're besties, and I want to cultivate that, but just don't start talking to me like one of your little besties, because you're going to get laid out. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, I want us to have that rapport, but don't get it twisted. Anyway, that was great. I want to see it again. I want to see it again. That
Now
was
let's do
so
our
good.
secret handshake. Boom, 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 boom.
You sound like Tom Brady. Kevin, please tell us, what does your wife think about you having sex with your son?
Oh my God.
I don't have sex with my song. And my wife loves that we have a close relationship. She's actually here as well. Sweetheart, come on out.
Hi, sweetie.
What? Did she just dap him up?
Hold up, you got his ass backwards, man. How you gonna kiss your son and just dap up your wife?
You know what? We don't have to take this, hun. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Come on, son. Whoop. Yay!
She rolled her eyes.
Speaking of which, one of my sons is here also. Come on out, son. Hey, good to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Take care. Yeah.
This is the one with the telephone relationship. So many stereotypes just flying around.
Okay, well, that's all the time we are having today for Immigrant Dad Talk Show. Tune in next week when my son asks me to make an impossible burger and I say, but how?
This was great. This was great. I would love to hear from people who have immigrant parents and they like lived in a household like this. I promise you, I have like African friends, like Nigerian, Liberian, Senegalese, they'll all tell you like their parents are like this. I have a few Latina friends whose parents are their first generation here, like Haitian, Jamaican. Like I'm telling you, they don't play. They don't play. All right, I love that. I thought that was really funny. Let me know your thoughts and go and have the day you deserve. Bye.